I had my third child. I had basically, I've been a stay-at-home mom, and I had gotten an invitation to a high school reunion. And you get those things, and it kind of makes you stop and think. And for that one, I thought, what have I not done that I always wanted to do? And I realized I always wanted to try to write a children's book. And so I called up a friend of mine who had an MFA, and I said, what should I do? And she said, go to the Writers Center in Maryland. They have, great programs. And so I took my first class with Mary Quattlebaum, who's a really awesome teacher, and it just kind of took off from there. I think, the hard part about being a mom when you're a writer is you kind of sometimes have this instinct to protect your characters. And that's really the last thing you want to do. You really kind of want to make their lives as difficult as you reasonably can for the sake of the story. I think having kids has been helpful in that you kind of have a sense of, what a kid's life is like now, which is different from, what my life was when I was growing up. But at the same time, I try to respect their space. Like, I don't want them to feel like, oh, this happened and it's going to end up in mom's book. So there's always kind of that line, or at least, you have to ask permission. Like, is it okay if I put this, fill an embarrassing incident in this book?